Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast, where we explore the basic behaviors that influence our aging process by bringing together the East and the West. It's Tuesday today, and we're talking about a topic that affects millions of seniors and is frequently dismissed as a natural aspect of aging. More than 70% of persons over 60 experience frequent midnight urinating, also known as nocturia 1. It's not simply inconvenient to get up once, twice, or even 3 times a night to use the restroom. It has an impact on your energy, memory, sleep, and possibly your risk of heart strain or falls. What's unexpected is this: the bladder isn't the only issue. According to recent studies, food, blood sugar control, and the timing of hydration all have a significant impact on why this occurs and how to prevent it. As always, the man who keeps changing our perception of good aging is here with us today. Even at the age of 100, he continues to teach, walk every day, and visit the studio to impart his knowledge. Shigeyaki Hinohara, the oldest active physician in Japan. Welcome back, Doctor. John, thank you. Having to urinate in the middle of the night is something I detest, and since nocturia is frequently viewed as normal, I'm delighted we're discussing this. However, this isn't always the case. It's an indication. Food, what we eat, and when we eat, it can either exacerbate or alleviate the body's communication. Doctor, should we jump right in? Which food is the first to assist seniors balance their blood sugar levels and lessen midnight urination? Of course. Let's examine each one individually. Some may surprise you, while others are familiar. However, both science and tradition have demonstrated that all 8 can help you sleep through the night, protect blood sugar, and relax the body. Chia seeds are the first item on my list for today. Small but very strong, particularly at night, rich in soluble fiber, chia seeds create a gel-like material in the digestive tract. In addition to stabilizing blood sugar and slowing digestion, this also helps avoid overnight surges and crashes, which are a significant underlying cause of nocturia. Your body releases stress chemicals like cortisol when your blood sugar falls too low while you sleep, which may cause your kidneys to produce more pee. That's not all, though. Chia seeds aid in hydration as well. They function as a slow-release hydration source, balancing the body without overtaxing the bladder because they can absorb up to 12 times their weight in water. I frequently suggest a little chia pudding, which is made with unsweetened almond milk, cinnamon, and perhaps some berries. It decreases sleep disruptions, inhibits the absorption of sugar, and soothes digestion when taken 2 hours before bed. That's a fantastic beginning. Although I've tried chia pudding previously, I never considered using it as a sleep and bladder control aid. It's amazing how the same food may have entirely different impacts depending on when you consume it. Doctor, what's the second item on your list? What else should we be aiming for to assist control the bladder and blood sugar during the night? Barley comes in second. Although it's not the most glamorous grain, it's one of the most useful, especially for elderly people who have to deal with blood sugar fluctuations and overnight urination. Beta-glucan is a special kind of soluble fiber that is abundant in barley. This fiber helps keep blood glucose levels more steady at night by slowing the absorption of carbohydrates. This is important since nocturia is frequently triggered by blood sugar rises and particularly declines. The body starts a stress reaction when your blood sugar falls too low when you're sleeping deeply. This involves the release of norepinephrine and adrenaline, which wake you up and cause your pee to surge. Blood sugar stability reduces the need for the emergency reaction. Magnesium and B vitamins, which improve kidney function and lessen bladder inflammation, are also found in barley. In order to provide a softer glycemic load, barley and white rice are frequently blended in Japan for evening meals. However, it can also be cooked to make a warm barley porridge with a hint of sesame and ginger. It is healthy, gentle, and very effective. I've never thought about that before. Most people don't associate stress hormones or blood sugar with bladder function, but that makes perfect sense the way you're describing it. Food serves as communication as well as fuel. Let's go on to the third now. See if you can take us by surprise once more. Doctor, what's the third food? Better evenings and fewer trips to the restroom with one more silent warrior? Edamame comes in at number 3. Young soybeans. Now, many people are surprised by this one. They are basic and compact, but they are very useful for relieving the urgency of the bathroom at night. Rich in fiber and plant-based protein, edamame slows down digestion and helps to stabilize blood sugar, especially when consumed in the evening. Furthermore, isoflavones, which are found in soy, have been demonstrated to help older persons better manage their bladders and urinate less frequently at night. Indeed, 143 persons over 65 who included just one plate of tofu or edamame in their evening meals were the subjects of a 2020 study conducted by Kyushu University in Japan. Nearly 60% of respondents said they had fewer nightly potty excursions after 8 weeks. Many had gone from 2 to 3 wake-ups per night to 1 or none at all. Researchers think it's because of improved blood sugar management at night and hormonal assistance from isoflavones. It's easy to prepare. Add edamame to soups or light stir-fries, or steam them with a little sea salt. It is gratifying, easy on the stomach, and tells your body to relax before bed rather than to get active. That's impressive. What I adore most about these dishes is their accessibility. Nothing fancy or costly, simply commonplace substances that, with careful application, can transform your evening. Okay, doctor. What is the fourth number? I'm aware that many of you listening are already considering what's in your pantry at this point. Mung beans. Despite their diminutive size, they are strong allies in improving kidney function and controlling blood sugar, 2 issues that are closely related to nocturia. The plant-based protein and resistant starch found in mung beans work together to decrease the absorption of glucose and lessen insulin spikes. This lessens the chance of a blood sugar dip that might cause stress hormones and cause you to wake up in the middle of the night with a desire to urinate. Magnesium and potassium, which relax blood vessels and relieve urinary tract stress, are also abundant in them. Indeed, elderly persons who regularly ate mung bean soup had better nightly glucose management and less frequent midnight urination, according to a 2020 study published in the Journal of Traditional and Complementary Medicine. This was partially ascribed by the researchers to the bean's glycemic balancing and anti-inflammatory qualities. The best aspect is that mung beans may be used in so many different ways. They are frequently prepared in Japan as a straightforward porridge with sea salt and ginger, a calming, mineral-rich evening meal that warms the stomach and gets the body ready for a good night's sleep. It's fascinating. In fact, during a trip to Southeast Asia, I tried mung bean soup once. It felt quite grounded, yet light and almost pleasant. I had no idea it could help control blood sugar in a day, and this recurring motif is what most impresses me. These aren't pricey powders or unique vitamins. They are complete, unassuming dishes that have been around for decades. It fundamentally alters our perspective on nocturnal health. The majority of people simply accept that urinating several times when you wake up is a natural aspect of aging. However, you're demonstrating to us that illness frequently stems from inflammation and blood sugar instability, both of which we can control with basic dietary decisions. Let's maintain this momentum then. We're halfway through already. Doctor, what is the 5th food on your list? The 5th food is Adzuki beans, or Adzuki as they are called in Japan. With good cause, these tiny red beans have been a mainstay of our diet for ages. Complex carbs and soluble fiber, which are abundant in them, aid in delaying the bloodstream's absorption of glucose. Particularly useful at night when blood sugar drops might cause stress hormones and bladder activity is its stabilizing impact. However, the balance of fiber and protein in Adzuki beans is what really sets them apart. 2 essential elements for lowering hyperglycemia at night and enhancing the quality of your sleep. In addition, they include potassium and magnesium, which are minerals that promote kidney function and help calm the nervous system. a fact that is sometimes disregarded when talking about nocturia. Over a 10-week period, persons over 60 who frequently ate meals made with Adzuki beans reported better sleep depth and fewer nightly urine episodes, according to a 2021 study by researchers at Kyoto Prefectural University. Even something as simple as a bowl of beans may have such a significant impact. Traditionally, we cook them with a small amount of brown rice or make them as a warm porridge. The grounding effect is genuine, yet the sweetness is subtle. After incorporating this into their nighttime routine, many of my patients have told me that it's the first time they've slept through the night in years. It's enlightening. Admittedly, I used to picture bloating or discomfort when I heard the word beans before bed. However, a lot of what you're saying makes sense. The way the meal maintains the body's rhythm is more important than the food itself. Slower release of glucose, relaxing of the neurological system, and support for minerals. Everything is related, and this week I will definitely give a warm bowl of Adzuki rice a try to see how it tastes. So, doctor, what's next on your list? Each of the 5 foods we've tried has been more unexpected and enlightening than the others. Let's listen to the 6th. Lotus seeds, or renkon in Japanese, come in at number 6. Many people outside of Asia are surprised by this, yet Eastern medicine has long utilized it to soothe the body and mind before bed. Not only are lotus seeds high in plant protein and complex carbs, but they also contain a special substance known as isoquinoline alkaloids, which have mild calming properties. They are therefore a great choice for people who have trouble falling back asleep after waking up in the middle of the night. Additionally, they include phosphorus and magnesium, which lessen fluid imbalance at night and assist control renal function. Both are frequent causes of nocturia. They are frequently soaked, cooked until tender, and then added to porridge or mildly seasoned as part of traditional Japanese meals. They have a neutral taste, are easy to digest, and contribute to a calm, grounded sensation. Exactly what the body needs beyond age 60 to avoid blood sugar spikes at night and irritation of the bladder. It's fascinating. Furthermore, I can honestly state that I have never given lotus seeds any thought. However, I adore the concept of a mild, soothing meal that supports your system rather than interferes with it, particularly for those who are coping with that 2 a.m. wakefulness. They could try this gadget, which feels natural and unobtrusive. Before going to bed, should people take lotus seeds by themselves or in combination with another food? Depending on the individual, I frequently suggest serving lotus seeds with a tiny amount of warm barley tea or almond milk. Both are inherently soothing and facilitate a more gradual absorption of nutrients by the body. Instead of stimulating the body, you want to give it a sense of stability and warmth. Additionally, a 2021 clinical investigation that was published in the Journal of Traditional and Complementary Medicine revealed that persons over 60 who regularly ingested extracts from lotus seeds experienced a significant improvement in their sleep latency and nightly urine frequency. Those with poor blood sugar management or early insulin resistance had the most significant effects. This is another instance of how the appropriate meals, when taken at the appropriate times, can help the body regain its natural rhythm and lessen reliance on drugs. These more mild interventions are frequently more long-lasting, particularly after the age of 60. That's really beneficial. The fact that these foods aren't merely for symptom management really gets to me. Their goal is to support the entire system: blood sugar, kidney function, and sleep. It's all a single, large loop. Additionally, when you push one aspect in the proper way, the others tend to follow suit. 6 of the best foods to prevent nocturia and maintain blood sugar levels at night have now been discussed. They've all been grounded, pragmatic, and steeped in tradition. Doctor, what's number 7? Cooked turnips come in at number 7. These unassuming root vegetables have a low glycemic index, which means that sugar is released into the bloodstream gradually, and they are easy to digest. Additionally, Turnips help the body balance fluids earlier in the evening by acting as moderate diuretics. The system is therefore more steady by bedtime. Their high potassium and vitamin C content helps control blood pressure and lessen kidney strain. You can increase the depth of your sleep and lessen the urgency of the night by serving a modest quantity of roasted or steamed turnips with dinner. It does seem like it would be extremely simple to try. How about the last one? I heard about soaked nuts from you. Which nuts were you referring to? Walnuts that have been soaked? Yes, immediately after supper, a handful of raw walnuts that have been soaked in water for 4 to 6 hours. Walnuts include ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that lowers inflammation and stabilizes blood sugar, as well as melatonin, which helps regulate sleep-wake cycles. Soaking them increases their availability of essential elements and improves their digestion. Additionally, they assist deeper, unbroken sleep by calming the nervous system. That's a strong conclusion. It makes logical, however, I had no notion that soaked walnuts or turnips might have that kind of effect. We're discussing more than just symptom management. The body's natural rhythm is being restored with our assistance. You've given us so much tonight, Doctor. Sensible guidance supported by science and tradition. But could you give us one last line before we leave? After this episode, what is the one thing you want our listeners to remember? When the body feels protected, healing begins. And one mouthful at a time, in a steady pace, is the best approach to establish safety. We shall end this episode in that manner. We also adore our devoted listeners. Let's see some interaction in the comments, so please leave a like. So far, which episode is your favorite? What subject do you hope to hear more about in the future? We would be delighted to connect, so please let us know. I'll see you later.